I gotta say, this is one of my favorite sequels or films from the Ghostbusters franchise. Oh man.
There's something strange in your neighborhood. Who you gonna call? Ghostbusters!
What's going on, guys? It's your boy Daily Reacts TV here. If you can't tell by the title or what I said in the beginning or by the shirt, yes guys, we are here and I'm excited to review the film Ghostbusters Afterlife, which is the third installment of the original Ghostbusters films. So let's get into the review. So Ghostbuster Afterlife follows where Egon's grandchildren. Egon has passed away and basically left this farmhouse to his daughter, his grandkids, which is his granddaughter and his grandson, played by Finn Wolfhard. And doing so, they figure out what their grandfather was, that he was a Ghostbuster fighting Gozer. So they have to stop the Keymaster and the Gatekeeper from combining, while also trying to save this small, crappy town the best way they can. Now let's get this out of the bat. I love the original two Ghostbusters films. I have them right here with me, and I watched them non-stop and stop. They were so cool. As a kid, I freaking adored it, and I actually am going to rewatch it and review it on the channel now, thanks to this movie, because it was so good. So good. And I like this scene where Venkman's like, we came, we saw, we kicked his ass. I'll show you the scene.
Mr. Smith, quickly, I want that door open now. Don't stand over there. We came, we saw, we kicked its ass.
So those films were, they always give me the nostalgia. Now I can't say the same about the 2016 version. That was a mess. Not because the Ghostbusters are female, it's because how they handled the Ghostbusters. It really hurt me to say this. The jokes and everything was terrible. That's all I can say about that film. So when I heard they were going to make Ghostbusters Afterlife, I thought to myself, great. Oh, is this going to be another remake? What's going to happen? Then I heard it's going to be a third installment. I'm like, why? Because Harold Ramis has passed away after doing a remastered version of that Ghostbusters game. So I'm wondering how they're going to continue the Ghostbusters franchise. Then we realized it's going to be kids holding on to the proton packs. I was like, oh, really? Because we're actually going to have kids Ghostbusters? That's interesting. Because then it said it was going to be Egon's grandchildren. I was like, that's also interesting. So the first trailer dropped at like December 3rd. I don't remember. In 2019. Yeah, 2019. This movie was supposed to come out in 2020. Then COVID happened. Then it got delayed. So I was like, oh, great. I wonder what they're going to do with Ghostbusters after Black Widow failed me. But I was hyped because everyone told me it was so good. It was such an amazing film. The characters are great. The story is really better than I can't say about the 2016 version. So I talked to my mom last night. I was like, hey, can I go see Ghostbusters? She's like, yeah. So I called up my friends, Ethan and Jeremiah, and I said, hey, do you guys want to go see Ghostbusters Afterlife with me? They said yes. So I went in to go see Ghostbusters Afterlife, and what do I think of the film? To be honest, I loved it. I gotta say, it fixes everything we had problems with Ghostbusters 2. Even though that wasn't a great film, it was still great. And actually, on its release week, I got this. Hang on. Alright, guys. See, I even got the poster. Even though it's not the poster I'm using for this video, but I even got the poster for Ghostbusters Afterlife. So when I walked out, I was shocked because I was afraid that this movie was going to disappoint. Because there were so other movies like this that had disappointed me. Black Widow, Clifford, Old, which I wasn't even expecting that to be good, so, you know. So I went in, and I bought this Ghostbusters shirt. Actually, this was $7. Well, my mom bought it for me. Thank you, Mom. Love you. So I walked in, and I was like, okay, I'm really looking forward to what I'm going to see. Like, 13 minutes in the movie, you get what you want from a Ghostbusters film. You got the heart. You got the story you wanted. You got the Ghostbusters magic in this film. And let me explain. Basically, let's start with the characters. Egon's granddaughter in this film. Phenomenal, man. I couldn't say a better thing about this film. A better character for Egon's replacement. She was so good in this film that I kept laughing a few times. Like, there was some joke she did that was crappy because she's Egon. She's Egon's parody. And it was really cool. It was really cool to see her do what Egon used to do. And seeing her put on the proton pack, geez Louise, I was thrown all the way back to my childhood when I saw Egon and the other Ghostbusters wearing the proton packs. It was freaking amazing, man. Finn Wolfhard's character, he was interesting in this film. He kind of reminded me of Bill Murray's character. Is he supposed to be the replacement to Peter Venkman? Is he? Can you tell me that, guys? Tell me in the comments below if he's supposed to, because he fits really good as the new Peter Venkman, which I'm going to mention pretty soon. Guys, when I was editing this video, I just now realized I forgot to put this in the video. Finn Wolfhard was in Stranger Things as well. And also, in Stranger Things, he dressed up as a Ghostbuster. So, did Sony reach Netflix and like, hey, we need Finn Wolfhard for this Ghostbusters movie. Put Stranger Things season 4, that's what it sounded like. So, when I was watching this film, I was like, oh yeah, this dude's in Stranger Things as well. So, I just wanted to add this in the video. Okay, back to you, Past Daily. And I'm not going to say which scene they're, but it was cool to see how they handled his character. It was pretty cool as well. I mean, he felt like he was miserable in this crappy town, so pretty well done. Pretty well done. I also gotta say, the Kid podcast kept me laughing the entire film, man. I couldn't believe it, because when I went in there, I was like, is this kid gonna be annoying? But everyone's telling me that Podcast was the best character. I love to admit it, but everyone was right. Podcast was a great character. Oh my gosh, dude. He was so funny in this entire film. Without a doubt. There's a character that Paul Rudd plays. He plays the teacher. He's not much in the film, but he fits the character he was in. He did really good in the movie. It seems like this guy, there's a certain scene, because he's the teacher of Egon's granddaughter, by the way. But there's a scene where he's like, okay, I'm going to put this on that's not kid appropriate. And I was like, that kind of reminds me of my teachers in the school I go to. They put on like Men in Black, which is not really child friendly. So, and they played like some movies that you can remember. He was really cool in this film. Egon's daughter, you could tell by her character she was heartbroken about how Egon thrown her out of his life, which really she didn't understand at the time until near the end of the movie, which I'm going to say for a spoilers review. I might do a spoilers review tomorrow morning, maybe, or tomorrow. Depends. But I think what they were trying to do with her character in this film, it worked. It felt like it worked with her character, because the entire film focused on her aspect of what she thinks of her father, Egon. And it worked so dang well. And I'm not gonna lie. There's so many moments that made me go, wow, I actually remembered that from the first Ghostbusters movie. There was a scene where they're doing something, and they open something, and there was a Twinkie in there, and it made me go back to that one scene. I'm gonna play it real quick. The Twinkie theory from Ghostbusters 1. And I was like, oh my gosh, no they didn't. Here you go.
I'm worried, Ray. It's getting crowded in there, and all my recent data points to something big on the horizon.
What do you mean, the big?
Well, let's say this Twinkie represents the normal amount of psychokinetic energy in the New York area. According to this morning's sample, it would be a Twinkie 35 feet long, weighing approximately 600 pounds.
That's a big Twinkie.
We could be on...
Yeah, that scene was really cool. Now, I will explain it again in the spoilers review that I'm going to film right after this video. So, I hope you guys are being prepared for that to be published and premiere tomorrow night. Hope you guys are excited for it. But I loved it. I love what they did with those kind of stuff. Now, what do I think about the story, the soundtrack, and the action scenes? First, the story. I really liked the story. I thought the story was way, way better than 2016's version, but handled so much good. Like, it was so much better to watch this one. Like, I would rewatch this one again. Heck, I even want to go see it in the theaters again because of what they did with this movie. The story is phenomenal. I enjoyed it for what it is. It's fantastic for what it was, for what it is. And then, what do I think of the action scenes? I love the action scenes. I thought the action scenes were amazing, well done, and well developed. And also, the music. It's the same music from the original Ghostbusters. And let's just be honest, that boom, 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 well done. Just well done. And I really don't have any problems with Ghostbusters Afterlife. I really, really enjoyed Ghostbusters Afterlife. I really think it's the best Ghostbusters film ever. You can't replace the first one, no. But I'm going to stick with the score until I do my spoilers review right after this video. So I'm going to edit it and then start the spoilers review right after. Which is my score for Ghostbusters Afterlife, a 10 out of 10. I still highly enjoyed it. I mean, I didn't still highly enjoy it. I really, really enjoyed it. And yeah, guys, that is my review for Ghostbusters Afterlife. I will see you guys in the spoilers review. Smash like, subscribe if you haven't already, turn on notifications to be notified of video I make. Also, go to the links in the description to my gaming channel, my Discord server, and my third channel, Daily Rex Movie Time, and the Morosis Bro channel, which is not the Morosis Bros channel, the Daily Morosis channel, on the links in the description. As always, I'm Daily Rex. Take care.